Let me tell you something, success isn't born in the spotlight. It's forged in the unseen hours when nobody is watching, when the world is asleep, and the only one holding you accountable is you. The grind doesn't show up on Instagram, it doesn't get likes, it doesn't come with applause. It comes in the early mornings when your body is screaming to stay in bed, when your friends are out partying, when distractions are begging for your attention, and you say no, not today, I've got work to do. That's where champions are made, in the quiet, relentless, disciplined effort that nobody sees. It's in those late nights of studying, practicing, hustling, and pushing past the pain that your future self is being built. Brick by brick, layer by layer. You see, motivation is temporary, it's fleeting, it comes and goes like the wind, but discipline is what keeps you grinding when the fire inside is low, when the excitement is gone, when everything in you wants to quit. The unseen hours are where you develop that mindset, that hunger, that obsession that separates the ordinary from the extraordinary. You sacrifice today so you can conquer tomorrow. You miss out on parties, distractions, comfort, sleep, not because it's easy, but because it's necessary. You embrace the pain, the struggle, the sweat, the tears, because that is the cost of greatness, and greatness doesn't come cheap. Most people see the highlight reel, the awards, the trophies, the success, and they don't realize it's built on countless unseen hours of relentless work, of falling down and getting back up, of failing over and over until you get it right. You have to trust the process, even when it's lonely, even when it's discouraging, even when nobody believes in you but yourself. The grind will break you if you let it, but it will also mold you into someone unstoppable if you embrace it, if you fight for it, if you understand that the real work is never glamorous, it's never convenient, and it's never easy. This is what separates those who dream from those who achieve, those who talk from those who do, those who complain from those who conquer. You have to put in the hours when no one is watching, and when the world finally sees the results, it will seem effortless. But you will always know that it was the unseen hours, the grind in silence, the discipline in darkness that carried you to the top. So get up, show up, and do the work. Embrace the unseen, respect the grind, and make sure that every hour you spend alone, every extra rep, every late night, every early morning is a step toward the life you say you want. Nobody can do it for you. Nobody can feel it for you. The grind is yours and yours alone. And if you're willing to suffer in the unseen hours, then greatness will be inevitable. Listen to me, most people think success is about showing up when it's convenient, when the lights are on, when people are watching. But that's not real life. That's not real success. That's not the grind. The true grind is invisible. It happens in the hours nobody notices, when your mind is tired, when your body is sore, when you've already given everything you thought you had, and there's still more to push through. That's where champions are born, not on the stage, not in the applause, not in the recognition, but in the darkness of your room at 3 a.m., in the gym when the machines are empty, in the quiet moments when you're staring at a blank page, a blank canvas, a blank screen, wondering if it's even worth it. That's when you dig deep and find out who you really are. Motivation will leave you, excitement will fade. But discipline, grit, determination, the hunger that drives you to do the work when nobody cares, that's what builds empires. You've got to understand that the world will only see your shine, your results, your highlight reel, but they will never see the nights you cried, the hours you sacrificed, the sweat, the pain, repeated failures that forged your character. Every early morning, every late night, every time you said no to comfort, every time you chose struggle over ease, that's the unseen work, that's the real work. If you want to be great, you have to be willing to suffer in silence. You have to embrace the grind that nobody else wants to touch. You have to sacrifice short-term pleasure for long-term victory. You have to put in hours that feel worthless in the moment, hours where you question yourself, hours where you feel like quitting, because that is the training ground of success. Nobody said it would be easy, nobody said it would be glamorous, but those who endure, those who persevere, those who rise when others fall, they are the ones who dominate. The unseen hours are the ones that separate the dreamers from the doers, the talkers from the warriors, the weak from the strong. So you get up before the sun, you push past fatigue, you fight past doubt, you outwork everyone around you, not for recognition, not for applause, not for likes, but because you know that greatness is built in the shadows, not the spotlight. You have to fall in love with the process, not the results, because the process is what will carry you through when the excitement dies. It's ugly, it's lonely, it's hard, but it's necessary. Those unseen hours are proof that you are willing to pay the price, proof that you are willing to do what it takes, proof that you are willing to be different when everyone else takes the easy road. And when the world finally sees the success, when the rewards finally show up, when the glory finally arrives, you'll know exactly what it cost: sweat, sacrifice, persistence, and the relentless, invisible grind that nobody else could or would endure. That is what separates winners from losers, legends from pretenders, and you have the choice right now. Either show up in the unseen hours or stay in the crowd of the ordinary. Let me be clear, the world doesn't reward wishful thinking, it doesn't reward excuses, and it doesn't reward half-hearted effort. The real rewards come to those who embrace the unseen hours, the moments when nobody is looking, when you're grinding in silence, when you're stacking small victories that nobody will ever know about. This is where true champions separate themselves from the average, because most people quit when it's uncomfortable, most people stop when it's inconvenient, most people give up when the applause fades or the motivation disappears, but not you, not if you want greatness. The unseen hours are brutal. They're lonely, they test every ounce of your patience, resilience, and mental toughness. It's waking up before the world and putting in the work nobody else wants to put in. It's staying up late while others are out having fun. It's pushing through fatigue, pain, and self-doubt to do the things that will make you unstoppable. You have to learn to love that process, because this is where your character is forged. You see, everyone can talk about their dreams, everyone can say what they want, but few are willing to pay the price in the quiet moments. And that price is sacrifice, discipline, and relentless action. You're going to fail and you're going to fall, but the unseen hours are where you get back up over and over until the world doesn't recognize your struggle, it only recognizes your results. The grind is ugly, it's raw, it doesn't come with applause or likes or recognition, but it comes with growth, strength, and the kind of unstoppable momentum that can't be taught. It can only be earned when you embrace those unseen hours. You're choosing to outwork everyone else, to prepare when nobody else is, to become relentless while the world sleeps. That's what separates ordinary from extraordinary, talkers from doers, dreamers from achievers. Success is built quietly, step by step, hour by hour, when no one cares and when it feels like the world has forgotten about you. This is the true grind, the work that nobody sees, the work that doesn't feel rewarding in the moment, but is the very foundation of your legacy. You can't cheat it, you can't fake it, and you can't wait for someone to recognize it. You just have to do it consistently, relentlessly, obsessively. The people who succeed are the ones willing to endure pain when others are comfortable, who push past doubt when others give up, who sacrifice temporary pleasures for permanent victories. So get comfortable with discomfort, get comfortable with solitude, get comfortable with doing the hard work nobody else wants to do, because that is the invisible currency of greatness. Every drop of sweat, every hour spent mastering your craft, Every moment spent outworking the competition when nobody is watching, that's what builds unstoppable momentum. That's what builds champions. That's what builds legends. And when the world finally sees you, they'll only see the victory, the results, the shine, but you will always remember the unseen hours that got you there, and that's where the true power lies. Listen, the grind isn't about showing off. It's about showing up when no one cares, when no one is watching, when every ounce of your body and mind is begging you to quit. The unseen hours are where your greatness is born. This is the time when excuses are irrelevant, when comfort is the enemy, and when discipline becomes your only friend. Most people stop when it's inconvenient. Most people quit when it gets hard. Most people wait for motivation to hit them. But you, if you want to dominate, if you want to win, if you want to leave a legacy, you keep pushing when the world has already gone to bed. The true grind is lonely, it's raw, it's brutal, but that's the price of being unstoppable. It's in the early mornings when your alarm clock feels like your enemy. It's in the late nights when your energy is gone. It's in the hours you spend perfecting your craft, learning, practicing, failing and failing again, knowing that nobody will see the struggle. But that struggle, that pain, that is the invisible force that will separate you from the crowd. Success is the result of consistent, relentless action over time. And the unseen hours are the foundation of that success. You sacrifice the temporary pleasures, you embrace the discomfort, you outwork, outthink, and outlast everyone around you because you understand the truth that few ever grasp. Nobody remembers excuses, nobody applauds that I tried, but the world never forgets results. Every drop of sweat, every late night, every time you push yourself past the pain barrier, every hour you spend honing your skills, learning and building, that is where the real work happens. You will be tested in these hours. Your mind will tell you to quit. Your body will beg you to stop, and your friends might even doubt you, but this is the proving ground of champions. The unseen hours teach you resilience, mental toughness, and the relentless focus it takes to achieve greatness. It's not about instant gratification. It's about long-term dominance. It's about paying the price today for victories tomorrow. It's about grinding when no one else wants to grind. That's what separates the ordinary from the extraordinary, the average from the elite. You must trust the process, embrace the struggle, and fall in love with the unseen work, because that is what will carry you through the storms when motivation fades and recognition is nowhere in sight. The grind is not glamorous, it's not convenient, and it doesn't come with applause, but it comes with mastery, strength, and unstoppable momentum that can never be taken away. When the world finally sees your results, when the trophies, the accolades, and the victories come, they will seem effortless, but you will know the truth. It was the unseen hours, the relentless discipline, the sacrifice, and the grind in the shadows that made you unstoppable. So get up, push forward, and embrace every hard, lonely, exhausting moment that nobody sees. Because that is where legends are made, where greatness is forged, and where the life you've always dreamed of becomes inevitable. You can't cheat it, you can't fake it, and you can't wait for permission. The grind is yours, and greatness belongs to those who own the unseen hours.